Welcome back to your daily dose of keeping it real about being out here in the Philippines. I am known for throwing rocks, so if I do say something to make you mad, piss you off in any kind of way, just know that I wasn't trying to do that. But if I do, like always, holler at me in the comment section and we can talk about this like men. Now, today I'm walking with my dog again, Mr. Shitted here. And of course, while I walk, I'm got things on my mind or whatever. And I came up with a list of 5 great and 5 horrible things about the Philippines. I can't really say they're horrible, but they're kind of horrible, man. They're bad. Let's just say bad for right now. But I came up with that list today, man. And I wanted to share that with you. Now, I'm going to start my list off with the bad. So it might sound like I'm throwing rocks. I am. If I offend you, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to, but it is what it is. And then after I get done talking about the bad, I'm going to talk about the great things about the Philippines, man. Of course, like any other country, you have good and bad. But this list right here is just a small list of what I think is kind of important here. All right, so let me go ahead and jump into this thing. The first thing that I noticed is some people here just don't like expats in the country. They don't like, they don't like foreign nationals here. Some of the men here or women, they've had a bad taste put in their mouth because of what past expats have done. So some foreigner came here and did some really bad stuff in the Philippines, and it made the people just not like foreigners, period. And so we're suffering the consequences of what other people have done. Some guys also feel like we're over here taking all their women and stuff like that. And I truly respect that. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? When you guys are over here, man, do me a favor and just be on your best behavior. Everybody's not going to like you all the time. Even me on this platform, man, I get people on my platform telling me I'm bad mouthing the Philippines when I'm not bad mouthing the Philippines. I'm actually trying to build a community so people can live better and be better out here so the local nationals can actually see that we're not all bad people. But you can't please everybody. You feel what I'm saying? But when y'all out here, just try to be on your best behavior to the best of your ability so you ain't got to run into so many issues and stuff like that, all right? Another thing that I noticed, man, the laws here prioritize everything but us as foreign nationals. We have our basic rights, but after that, everything else is up in the air. If you get into an altercation with a foreign national here, or a local national, should I say, man, you might as well just pull out your checkbook and start writing checks. Go to the ATM, start pulling out money, whether you're innocent or not. Because you're guilty. Until you can prove it, you're guilty. I mean, it's just the way it's been seeming anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but this is just my experience here. All right? That's one of the things that I think is pretty bad here. That's kind of horrible to me because, honestly, if you go to the States or something like that, I know the States. If you go to the States, our country, man, we kind of try to give everybody equal rights. In some cases, even illegal immigrants got rights more than we have in certain ways. Well, at least that's the way it feels. I'm not going to say that's what it is, but it feels that way sometimes. But when we go out to other countries, we're not prioritized at all. And so this is one of those situations where that's in effect. So, that's pretty bad for me, though. But to each his own, man. The next thing that I think is pretty bad here is the driving. And that's actually horrible, man. Here, driving is chaotic. And if you get in an accident, you got a 95% chance that you're going to be the one that's blamed. Unless you got some evidence, some film, or somebody that can actually vouch to say that you're not at fault. It's the other person's fault. And if they're, in cahoots with each other, they know each other, the person that you get in an accident with, because you got to understand these communities are real small. Everybody knows everybody. You're still going to lose. You're still going to lose, man, because they're going to vouch for their friend. So when you out here, man, you need to be careful, man. As a matter of fact, man, when I did that video at Kabyang Tunnel a few days ago, on the way back, man, a motorcycle and a Grab driver got in an accident. Well, the motorcycle driver, he died. He was face down on the ground with his arms twisted up and everything. He died. And we drove right past him, and it was just like, man, I don't even want to film this because I want to respect the guy's family, man. But, like, Jesus Christ. That thing was pretty bad, man. And then the day before that, I saw a tricycle driver get in an accident with a van, and now his head got busted. There was blood everywhere. He died too. So that's 2 days of me riding around, and I seeing people getting, you know, their lives taken. And one of my subscribers actually told me that, he sees that I ride around a lot. Maybe I should invest in one of them inflatable vests and stuff like that. And he's right. I think I'm gonna get me one of those things, along with the better helmet that covers my whole head, my whole face, and stuff like that. Because out here it's chaotic, man. It's chaotic. People get in where they want to get in and drive around. They overtake. They don't care what lane you're in or what lane they're in. If you can be going fast as hell, and guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna overtake, and if you get hit, you get hit. That's just what it is. It seems like nobody cares. So you need to take heed to that when you guys are out here, that the driving here is crazy. All right? Another thing that I think is pretty horrible out here is that we foreigners are high targets for financial related crimes. We come here naive. Well, some guys come here naive to the country, and they don't know anything about the country and end up in bad situations. They flex their money. And a lot of times we put a lot of stuff on ourselves by accepting certain things, just saying yes all the time. Yes, 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 yes. And that yes turns into detriment and anger and all that craziness and stuff like that. All right. But yeah, you got a 95% chance that, somebody is going to try and talk to you or try to scam you in some way or another, whether it's an innocent scam or whether it's just some big time scam or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And it's because, of course, you come here with a lot of money. You got to keep in mind that the average worker here probably makes maybe $300 a month. So you got maybe like 4 or 5 times the amount of money that they have. And if you're out here flexing with cash, hey man, yeah, you're gonna get hit, man. So that's something that you guys need to think about, man. Don't do that kind of stuff when you're out here. Be respectful toward yourself, be respectful toward your finances, and just live a peaceful life, man. You'll be okay. All right. Another horrible thing, which is the last thing that's on my list, is love has multiple faces here. Some people are nice based on the fact of what you will do for them or what you will give them. But as soon as you say no, the whole face and the whole demeanor changes. Now, we can say that about America too, because I'm from America, of course, but I can say that about America too. The only bad difference between the women here and the women in America is here the women are actually bred to be wives. America, I don't know what they're bred to be. They just what it is, man. I don't know. Somebody tell me what they're bred to be in the comment section. Maybe I can get a laugh out of it or something like that. Or maybe one of the females that heard me say that can cuss me out or something like that. Or whatever. It don't matter. All right. But some guys really think that the Philippines is different than America or Western civilization. But to be honest, when it comes to love, it's not. Like I said, the only thing that's different is how they were raised. But as far as you got your fair share of people who only sees what you can give them, and you get that a whole lot out here, man. So that's all that I got for the bad things. Let me jump over to the great things. Let's end this thing on a positive note. All right. The first great thing that I see about the Philippines is men get a revitalization, man. When we get older, the pool of women that are interested in starting a relationship with the older guy dries up unless you're a rich guy or something like that. But out here in the Philippines, I see a lot of older guys dating younger women. They're of age, of course, but they're dating younger women and they're finding success, man. And in a lot of ways, a lot of guys it makes them feel more energetic. It makes them feel like they're important again. When you get older, it's almost like everybody forgets about you. But being out here in the Philippines, that spirit gets awakened of I'm alive. Especially when you're dating a younger woman and stuff like that. So a lot of guys get to experience that. And and that's one of the great things, man. I get to see some of my, we just recently had a vlogger. He passed away, and God bless his soul. I hope his family, recovers, and I send my condolences to him and stuff like that. But I've never met the guy or anything like that. But he had a young, beautiful wife. He had a child and everything. He was able to at least go out with somebody that was loving on his arms, and he still felt like he was important before he left. So that's one of the beautiful things about being out here in the Philippines. You know, another thing is, man, you get a chance to start over, man. Like for real, like a 100% reset button. You know, you came out here with no bills attached for the most part, should I say. So you can clearly see where you put your finances now. You can allocate your bills the way you want your bills to be allocated. And you know, to have that reset button actually pushed in your life for a lot of reasons, man, a lot of guys are enjoying that. And that's one of the beautiful things about being out here in the Philippines. You know what I'm saying? It's not so chaotic when it comes to starting over. You know, in the States, when you start over and stuff like that, you know, you have to do credit checks and do this and do it. Out here, man, you can just live. So that's one of the most beautiful things about being out here in the Philippines. Another thing is you can learn to explore outside of your comfort zone. And you can build on things in your life that you never knew existed. You know, finding yourself requires patience and it requires a lot of sacrifice. It really does. Because a lot of people don't even know who they are. They know what they want to be, and they're fighting every day to get there. They're trying every day to get to that point, but they still don't know who they are. Here in the Philippines, you get a chance to sit down. And since you can sit down, you ain't got no choice but to know who you are. You feel who you are, and thus you start to know yourself. When you take away the job, you take away all the responsibilities and all the things that you have to do, and you just think of what you have to do for yourself, not what you have to do for others, you start to find yourself. And when you find yourself, it's a beautiful thing. Sometimes it makes you cry. Sometimes it just makes you just scream and jump because you see something in yourself that you never knew existed. So that's a beautiful thing about being out here in the Philippines. All right. Another thing that I noticed about being out here in the Philippines is the level of chaos that we are accustomed to is drastically depleted, maybe to about 20 to 40% depending on where you live. You know, you got to realize peace tastes like candy to a person that has never had it. It's sweet, man. It's sweet. And when you get that first piece of candy, you know, like a baby, when you give a baby a lollipop for the first time and then you pull it out of their mouth, man, them babies freak out. That's what peace feels like when you ain't never experienced it before. So being out here in the Philippines is one of those great things, man, where you can just finally say, man, peace is something that should not have a real description. It should have 100% feeling and emotion. We try to describe it, of course, but a description of it will never give you justice. It would never justify the feeling of what real peace really feels like. So I encourage you guys to come out here and feel that, man. The last thing that's on my list, man, which one of the fun things is the music. The music that they play here brings the good old days back to life. And when I say good old days, I'm talking about 70s and 80s, man. That stuff never dies here. It's a part of life that makes it all worth living here, man, honestly. You know, it's crazy, man. It makes it feel like you're back at home, man. You know, today's music in the States and other stuff, it has a heavy influence on the way the youth acts, the way the people act and stuff like that. And it's probably one of the reasons or the driving factors why everybody's so damn crazy. But out here, man, you get you a little piece of air supply. You get you, you know, some Elton John going on out here. You know, some Journey. You know what I'm saying? Kool and the Gang. You get all these classics out here and they play them non-stop. If they're not playing them, they singing them on karaoke. It ain't nothing to hear Vanilla Ice on the radio. Nothing at all. Get you some Belle Biv DeVoe. You know what I mean? This place is just, it's almost like it's set back in time and the time stopped when it comes to music. And it just feels good. So yeah, that's my list, man. That's my list of good, or should I say great and horrible things about the Philippines. That's all that I got for you guys today, man. Do me a favor, man. Love yourself like always. I'm always going to tell you to love yourself, man, because it's very important, man. But most importantly, man, enjoy the Philippines, man. Good, bad, or indifferent. Try to find a way to enjoy your time here, because time is the only thing that you can't get back. So live in the moment. All right. If it's a bad moment, try to turn it into something positive, because you get that one moment once. All right. Until next time, guys. Holla at your boy. Peace out, bro.